You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today is Monday the 20th of October 2025 and you are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. So what did I do today? Well, I set my alarm for 7:20 and I was in the swimming pool just before 8 o'clock this morning. I've got an Apple Watch and it's supposed to track my swimming, but obviously because it's indoors, it can't know how far you've swum. All it can do is it can tell when you've done a length, because I guess when you spin around to go the other way, it monitors that you're doing something different for a few seconds before you continue. And it was fairly accurate, actually. So it says I did 42 lengths, which is, of course, the answer to life, the universe and everything. And it was almost right. I actually did 40, but I'm quite happy with that. So it's 40, 25, and also you have to tell the watch how long the pool is. It's a 25-metre pool. So that was basically a kilometre I swam. And actually, I didn't hate it. I'll qualify that. When I did it 3 days ago, I actively loathed it, whereas today I just didn't enjoy it. So that feels like a step in the right direction. So yeah, I did my kilometre, and then I'd also wanted to book my gym induction because I got an email the day after I joined to offer to give me a gym induction, and so I pressed the button on the email. It says book your induction here, and was met by an empty page with no available slots. So after I'd got out of the pool and changed and walked back upstairs to the gym, I kind of asked about that. And the girl said, somebody probably hasn't put them on, give it a day, and they should be on there. Thanks for letting us know. So I thought, okay, that'll do. And then I walked back to the car. I got home. I made myself some porridge for breakfast with a drizzle of honey on the top and had a lovely cup of coffee. And then what else have I done? I've watched a bit of TV, but then I kind of realised what I actually need to do is some writing, because I am behind, obviously, on the target I've set myself, but not horrendously. So I wasn't really in the mood. So what I did earlier today was I worked out the plot plan of the things that have got to happen. Well, I thought it was going to be chapter 16, but actually we seem to have reached a really important point of the story where an awful lot is happening at the same time. So what I've done is I've written them down in the order they have to occur. I'm not quite sure how long each bit will be when it's related as part of the story. So I've written down what's supposed to be chapter 16, but there's definitely too much stuff for chapter 16. I mean, there's about 5 or 6 plot points. And then I started doing some writing sprints whilst I did a live stream. That was all good. I actually got into it more than I thought I would. So I managed to write 2,500 words in 3 writing sprints, which is fairly good. And what is interesting is that those writings, that hasn't even covered off the first plot point in my breakdown. So it's quite possible, the way it's going, that first plot point is literally going to be a chapter on its own, because it's quite an important and significant chapter. So, but then, I could probably get that done by the end of tomorrow, possibly even, because it'll be about 4,000 words long. So I might even be able to get that signed off tomorrow, which then leaves me at 22,000 words. And suddenly I'm back on track, which is great. Okay, I'm quite busy over the next few days, but if I make myself do a couple of writing sprints every day, apart from I won't be able to do it on Saturday because we're at the Authors at the Armories event. But every other day I should be able to get at least a couple of sprints done and, 1,000 words or slightly more. So it does feel like we're heading in the right direction. And the only reason I'm stopping now, because I'm recording this at just after 3:15 in the afternoon, the only reason I'm stopping now is because once again, I've managed to time things incredibly badly. So there's an album review I'm in the process of doing for someone. I've got to review 2 more tracks and I need to get that sent off to them, because I was hoping to do it last week. I'm reading the book of one of my well, I think you are a listener as well, but somebody who pops into my live stream every now and then, and I'm enjoying that, but I've not got as far on with it as I would like to, so I need to get a few chapters of that read today. And then the other thing I need to do is, it's my book club, one of the book clubs I attend tomorrow, and I haven't even started the book yet. I'm lucky in a way because it's quite a short book. I think it's only 270 pages. So my plan for today, or for this afternoon and evening, is to break the back of that book. I will get a couple of at least a few chapters, well, 2 or 3 chapters of my Twitch streamers my Twitch followers book read as well. But the one I need to concentrate on, because the deadline is tomorrow at 5:30, is to get this sci-fi book written as read. Thank God, as I say, it's such a short book. In fact, if I was driving a lot today, I would probably even consider downloading the audiobook and listening to it as I drove, but I don't really need to drive today. But there we go. So that's where I'm at. I'm hoping maybe if I get well into this book today and read a bit of chapters of the other book today, I'm hoping I might come back and write some more words of Self-Portrait chapter 16 today. We shall see how that goes, but thank you very much for listening. I'll be back at a similar time or at some point tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Take care. Bye-bye. You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.